Hey there, and welcome. So you've got that amazing idea, that spark, and you're thinking about starting your own business. It's exciting, right? But hold on, before you even think about a name or a logo, there's this one huge foundational choice you have to make first. A choice that honestly changes everything.
And that's really the question, isn't it? What's the biggest choice you'll make? Believe it or not, it's all about how you legally structure your business. This one decision has these massive ripple effects that will follow you for years to come.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. You've got the solo plumber working locally, just one person. And then, on the complete other end of the spectrum, you have these massive multinational corporations that span the entire globe.
And you can imagine, the needs of that solo plumber are wildly different from the needs of that global giant. So having one single business structure for both of them, it just wouldn't make any sense. And the law gets that. That's why it gives you options.
Okay, so to handle this huge range of businesses, the law basically creates this fundamental fork in the road. When you decide to start a business, you have to pick one of two main paths. It's the first big split, the first major decision.
And here they are. These are your two big choices. You can either be an incorporated business or an unincorporated business. Pretty much every company you can think of, from the smallest side hustle to the biggest public company, it falls into one of these two worlds.
All right, let's go down that first path, becoming an incorporated business. Now, the core idea here is actually pretty fascinating. When you incorporate, you're not just starting a business. You're going through a legal process to create something totally new.
So what does that mean, to be incorporated? Well, put simply, it's a business that has its own separate legal identity, completely distinct from you, the owner. And that phrase right there, separate legal identity, that is the absolute key to understanding everything else.
This is the best way to think about it. It's almost like you're legally creating a brand new person, a person that exists completely separately from you. In the eyes of the law, this new business entity is not you. It really does stand on its own 2 feet.
So, what can this new legal person do? Well, for starters, it can own property in its own name, it can get sued, and it can sue other people. And here's the really crucial part. It has its own assets and it owes its own debts. The business's money is not your money.
Okay, so let's back up to that fork in the road and check out the other path, the unincorporated business. The whole philosophy here is the complete opposite. It's way more direct.
An unincorporated business is basically one where there is zero legal distinction between the business and you, the owner. You don't go through any process to create a new legal person. There's no separation at all. So the main idea, the thing you have to remember, is this. You are the business. Legally, you and the business are one and the same. Its identity is your identity. Its assets are your assets. And, as you're about to see, its debts are your debts.
Okay, so we've got these two very different paths. One where the business is a separate person, and one where you are the business. So why on earth does this matter so much? Well, it all comes down to one really important and kind of scary word, liability. This is where it gets personal.
The entire question of who's on the hook for the business's debts, who is liable, it all comes back to that one single idea. Is there a separate legal identity or not? That's it. That's the whole game.
Let's just break this down. If you have an incorporated business, any debt belongs to that separate legal person. That means your personal assets, your house, your car, your savings, they're safe. But if you're unincorporated, remember, you are the business, so you personally owe that debt, and that means none of your personal assets are safe.
This really says it all. If you're unincorporated, you're not separate from the business. So any debts the business gets into, well, they're now your personal debts. Suddenly, your house, your car, everything you own could be on the line to pay back a business loan.
And yeah, there's a name for this high-stakes situation. It's called unlimited liability. It means there's literally no limit to your personal responsibility for what the business owes. It's a pretty serious risk to think about.
So you see, it all boils down to this one fundamental trade-off. Going the incorporated route, it's usually more complex, more paperwork, but it builds a legal shield that protects your personal stuff. Going the unincorporated route, it's often way simpler to get started, but it leaves all of your personal assets totally exposed.
And that's really the decision every single founder has to make right at the start. Do you want to deal with a bit more complexity to protect yourself and build that wall between your business and personal life? Or do you want to keep things simple, knowing that you're taking on all the personal risk? There's no one right answer, but now you understand the choice.